Hello and welcome back to another 2-Minute Tuesday. Matt, why are you wearing the same clothes as you did last time? Do you never change? Well, funny you asked that. I just kind of recorded these two together, so please forgive me. I do change my clothes sometimes. If you know me, you know I actually prefer to just not wear any. But for the sake of my viewers and, I don't know, everything, I wear as little clothes as possible just to feel comfortable. Anyways, that was not the point. Today is a special day, a very special day, because I'm going to share with you a secret. Are you ready for it? I know you are. What is the quickest, easiest, simplest way of sexing your snakes? Is it probing? Is it popping? Is it looking at their area and guessing? Or is there another way? I'm going to give you a moment, and I would really like for you to participate. Even though secretly, I just want engagement on my video. But like, come on, give me some engagement. If you're watching the videos, let's play a game. I'm going to drink my coffee for a little bit, and you're going to guess what you think is the simplest, easiest, specialist way of sexing your snakes. Come on, go for it. Okay? I'm going to drink some coffee. Good morning. And I bet you'll never guess what I'm going to show you. To show you something super special.
What are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!
Now I feel bad for drinking coffee and wasting your time. But I'm not wasting your time because you're going into the comments below and you're telling me what you think is the best. Okay, so now, learning... Sorry, my nose is always itchy whenever I make videos. It's like, Being able to sex snakes is very important. It's probably one of the first skills that you should learn, because when you're buying snakes, you'll find out very quickly that everyone is selling a female. Then you'll raise those animals for 4 years, wait to breed them, and by then you'll know how to sex them, and then you'll realize, oh man, Eve is not a girl. That stinks. Now her name is Steve. That's that. And it's happened to me very many times. Like, a lot. Because I used to buy a lot of snakes that were really good deals. That's how I used to shop. Now, most of the time I'm buying crazy expensive animals that people get right. But when you're buying cheap snakes online, you should know how to sex them, because if you don't know how to sex them, bad things are going to happen, and you should know how to check them for mites, and, you know, make sure that you're going to have a healthy animal. And maybe we'll go over that. But I don't have any animals with mites, so can't really show you that specifically. And now this is very, like, it's not going to happen all the time. It's not always going to work. Sometimes it will. Sometimes it'll just happen for you. So then you'll know right away. But even though it's the easiest way to sex a snake, it's not going to happen all the time. So, but it's just nice. Let's take a look. So here we have my newest green tree python shed. His name is Alpha. When they shed, sometimes they will, in that shed, and I lost part of it, but you'll find on the shed this. And this is a sperm plug. And usually it's shaped like a little waxy, gooey horseshoe, because it's like a little bit comes from each of their hemipenes, which are penises. Hemipenes are snake penises, and snakes have 2 hemipenes. So yes, snakes have 2 penises, and usually what will happen, there'll be a nice little horseshoe of hard, waxy looking kind of stuff. And that's how you'll know that your snake is a male for sure. But don't go yet. Little bonus tip. So when you bring an animal to your place, the first thing you should make sure that you do is quarantine it. You should do this for a period of 3 months. If it was a strange animal that you had no history on, you didn't know where it came from and everything, then definitely keep it for 3 months. Alpha specifically was a wild-caught male. He was kept in captivity by one of my friends. Done okay for 2 years now. I keep him separate until I see that I have a nice healthy shed. And the reason that it's because when you take a look at the shed, you can go in and look very carefully, examine the whole shed, and you will be able to understand things. But if you look at his nostrils, you can see like these two things sticking out. One of them had like something that was like a little bit more than usual, so I know that there might have been something kind of jammed in his nose that didn't come out before. And I kept spraying him down a lot, keeping him really nice and moist, so when he shed, all that came out, so that's good. I know that his nostril is nice and clear and not blocked anymore. Looking at the shed, you can tell if there were mites. That's the most important thing. Mites are basically like one of the scariest things for my collection, because if I bring in an animal that has mites, now all of a sudden I have to treat hundreds of animals, and in general it takes me about 20 minutes for each animal to get treated, because I have to treat their home, I have to treat the animal, I have to soak them in a solution, and it just ends up being a terrible nightmare of a time. Learning to kind of look at the shed, are there mites on it? You might be able to get a bonus sexing from it too. Every time a snake sheds, they're not going to shed sperm plugs, but it is another little bonus thing that will allow you to know for sure it's a male or female. And with Alpha, he has trust issues, so I didn't really want to sex him. And with green tree pythons, usually what you do is you probe them. Lots of snakes don't really like being probed. Most of my snakes really trust me, so I could go and probe any of them and they won't really bite me. With him specifically, he already has kind of trust issues. He's scared of everyone, so if I was to probe him, he'd probably bite me. With green tree pythons, another thing that's interesting, more bonus tips. The males kind of behave differently from the females. So the females will usually kind of sit in one place all the time, and the males at nighttime, they'll wander around trying to find a female to breed with. So he was exhibiting this behavior, so we automatically felt that he was a male. Because of this shed, then seeing the sperm plugs, I know he's a male with 100% certainty. Hope you're enjoying these 2-Minute Tuesdays. If you do, smash that like button. Click the first video and watch some more of them. Otherwise, click the second video. Thanks for tuning in.